We hope you enjoy The Magicians, The Geiko by Rachel Lawson.
Kimiこそ静寂の海曇り空に舞いたもその優しき響きは心を和らげる君は
The youthful male Geiko sang softly, his voice floating through the imperial hall like drifting silk.
serenity as you serenely dance in the day's cloudy sky. In your sweet, peaceful echoes of serenity, you dance not for emperors and kings. You dance for love of serenity. You are pure serenity as you serenely dance in the day's cloudy sky. In your sweet, peaceful echoes of serenity, you dance not for emperors and kings. You dance for love of serenity. As you serenely dance in the day's cloudy sky. In your sweet, peaceful echoes of serenity, you dance not for emperors and kings. You dance for love of serenity. You are pure serenity as you serenely dance in the day's cloudy sky. In your sweet, peaceful echoes of serenity, you dance not for emperors and kings. You dance for love of serenity. You are the sweet geisha of pure serenity.
He sang in flawless Japanese, though his blue eyes and English features marked him as a foreigner. In the days of old, when men could be geisha and perform as elegantly as women, he was known simply as Blake, the emperor's favorite entertainer, magician, and friend. Tonight, he was not dressed as a woman. Tonight, he danced as himself. Beside him moved his wife, a young female geisha whose grace captivated the court. Angela's sleeves flowed like clouds as she circled him, their steps weaving together in perfect harmony. Husband and wife, Geiko and geisha, dancing as one. Their song and dance enchanted the audience. But no one reacted until the emperor did. Emperor Akito rose to his feet, unable to contain his delight. He hurried to the couple, embracing Blake warmly and kissing Angela on the cheek. That was magnificent, he declared. Only then did the courtiers dare to applaud, their voices rising in praise, now that the emperor had given permission. The performance had ended, but the story was only beginning. Days later, everything changed. A lone geisha walked through the quiet streets after leaving the emperor's palace. The night was thick with mist, the lanterns dim, the roads nearly empty. She kept her head down, moving quickly, hoping to reach home before trouble found her. Trouble found her first. A bandit stepped out of the shadows, a man already wanted for attacking geishas and other women. The geisha froze, terror locking her throat. She was so frightened she couldn't speak, couldn't scream, couldn't even run. He threatened her with an arrow and ordered her to strip or die. Shaking, she obeyed. Shame burned through her like fire. She felt dirty, degraded, powerless. And then the bandit realized the truth. This was no woman. This was a Geiko, a male geisha. The discovery only made the bandit crueler. He mocked him, violated his dignity, and left him alive, but naked, trembling, and broken in the cold street. The Geiko, Blake, stumbled home in shock, wishing he had chosen death over the humiliation he had endured. He was a sorcerer, capable of conjuring clothing with a whisper, but his mind was frozen, locked in a silent, traumatized haze. For days he could not speak, could not think clearly enough to cast even the simplest spell. When his voice finally returned, he reported the attack to the local guards. They dismissed it as an occupational hazard. Their indifference cut deeper than the assault itself. That night, Blake made a vow born from pain, shame, and fury. He would never again allow someone like that bandit to harm the vulnerable. He would become a protector of the downtrodden, the endangered, and the abused. And so, the legend of Hoshi no Michi began. Blake wandered the shadows for 6 months, moving like a ghost through the alleys and rooftops of the capital. Night after night, he searched for danger, for anyone who needed saving. And slowly, the whispers began. Hoshi no Michi, the way of the stars. A shinobi who appeared from nowhere and vanished into moonlight. Then one night, dressed once more as a geisha, Blake walked the same lonely road where his life had shattered. His silks whispered in the night breeze, his painted face calm, his steps measured. But this time, he wasn't prey. This time, he was waiting. The same bandit stepped from the shadows, bow drawn, arrogance in his eyes. He didn't recognize the trap he'd just walked into. Blake let the game play out. A few steps back, a tremble in his voice, a feigned stumble. Blake was playing cat and mouse, and when the bandit leaned forward to threaten him again, Blake whispered a spell under his breath. The bandit collapsed instantly, dropping from his horse like a sack of rice. His bowstring snapped as he fell, sending the arrow flying wild, grazing Blake's hairline. That was close, Blake muttered, brushing the stray lock of hair aside. With a flick of his fingers, a rope materialized. He bound the bandit tightly, then let the illusion of the geisha melt away. In his place stood Hoshi no Michi, the masked shinobi the city whispered about. He tucked a handwritten note into the bandit's robes. A moment later, a portal of starlit darkness opened beneath his feet. When the guards found the bandit at the palace gates, he was raving about a witch, a demon, a ghost in silks. They dismissed his babbling, because the real story was already clear. Hoshi no Michi had delivered another criminal to justice, and the legend grew. The palace was quiet that night, the lanterns dim, the courtiers long gone. Blake sat alone in a side garden, staring at the koi pond as if the water might answer him. He didn't hear the emperor approach. Akito paused in the shadows, watching his friend. Blake looked different, hollow, withdrawn. His shoulders were tense, his eyes distant, as if he were somewhere far beyond the palace walls. Then Blake began to sing, not in Japanese, not in the elegant court style, but in his own language, soft, trembling, almost broken. I'm going out of my mind, and into your dreams. I'll see you in your dreams, my love. Akito froze. He had never heard Blake sing like this. He had never heard him sing in English except in private moments with Angela, and he had never heard him sound so lost. Blake's voice wavered. We can live forever in our dreams. We will never die in our dream world. Akito stepped closer, concern tightening his chest. Blake didn't notice. He was somewhere else entirely, trapped in memory, in fear, in the echo of something he refused to speak about. Never to fall or lose each other in our dreams. Akito finally spoke. Blake. Blake jolted, the song dying instantly. He wiped his eyes quickly, pretending it was nothing. Ah, Akito, I didn't see you. You're singing in your own tongue, the emperor said gently. You only do that when something is wrong. Blake forced a smile. I'm fine. Akito didn't believe him. You haven't been yourself for months. You avoid the court, you avoid me, you flinch at shadows, and now you sit alone in the dark singing about losing someone in dreams. Blake's mask slipped for a heartbeat, fear, shame, and exhaustion flickering across his face. Akito stepped closer. Blake, what happened to you? Blake looked away. I can't tell you. Why not? Because if I speak it aloud, Blake whispered, I will break. The Emperor's suspicion deepened, not out of mistrust but out of love. Something terrible had happened. Something Blake was hiding, something that had changed him, and Akito vowed then and there to find out what it was. The next morning, Emperor Akito summoned the head of his secret police, the chief of his shinobi. The chamber was quiet, the air heavy with worry. Why do you think he's acting strange? The chief shinobi asked. Akito exhaled slowly. My friend recoils when I try to embrace him, as if he fears me. He sings troubling songs in his own language. His wife says he has been distant with her as well. Something is wrong. He will not tell me what it is. He behaves like another man. The chief shinobi hesitated, then spoke reluctantly. He reported an attack, Majesty. A bandit mistook him for a woman, forced him to strip, and assaulted him. Only afterward did the bandit realize he was a man. Akito's face drained of color. He told you that? He never told me. No wonder he has changed. I want that bandit caught and punished. He already caught him, the chief shinobi said quietly. He delivered the bandit to us. The man has been punished. Akito blinked. He gave you the bandit? How? He is a geisha, not Hoshi no Michi. The chief shinobi swallowed. Majesty, he is Hoshi no Michi. What? Akito's voice cracked with disbelief. We believe the assault inspired him to become the vigilante. He was mute for days afterward. The trauma changed him. Akito stared at the floor, shaken. He never told me any of this. Will you speak to him? The chief shinobi asked gently. After I've spoken to you, Akito said, though his voice trembled. The chief shinobi bowed and slipped out of the chamber. Moments later, Blake entered, nervous, pale, and visibly startled to see the chief shinobi leaving. He nodded stiffly to the man, then stepped inside. The door slid shut behind them, leaving Blake and the Emperor alone. Akito turned to face him, and Blake knew, instantly, that something had changed. Hello, Blake, Akito said softly. There was something new in his eyes, not suspicion but a kind of reverent sorrow, as if he were looking at a hero he had never truly known. Hello, Akito, Blake replied, trying to sound casual. His stomach tightened. The chief shinobi had clearly said something, but what? Akito didn't waste time. What have you been hiding? Blake forced a smile. You tell me. He meant it. He hid so much he wasn't sure which secret Akito had uncovered. Akito stepped closer. Since when were you a vigilante? A vigilante? Me? Blake's voice cracked with nervousness. Hoshi no Michi, Akito said, the name falling like a stone between them. Stop lying, I know why you did it. If you had only told me, I could have helped you. Blake's mask slipped. I didn't want anyone else to feel like I did. Helpless, hurt, ashamed, a victim. Akito's expression softened with pain. Work with me. I can help you. I work alone, Blake said quietly. He wasn't being dramatic. He was protecting him and Angela. If anyone knew who he was, they would be in danger. We can hide you, protect you, Akito insisted. I can look after myself, Blake said, the words coming out gruffer than he intended. The door slid open. The chief shinobi entered with Angela at his side. Blake, Angela said, her voice trembling, why didn't you tell me you were Hoshi no Michi? Blake swallowed. I was trying to protect Angela, Akito interrupted. Make him help us. He's being heroic and stubborn. Angela turned her gaze on Blake, a single sharp, unimpressed glare. Blake sighed in defeat. That was cruel. I can't say no to her. Akito laughed, relief breaking through the tension. Sorry, Blake. Angela smiled. Blake managed a weak grin. For the first time in months, the room felt warm again. We could use your help with the Dark Shinobi no Mono clan, the chief shinobi said, his tone respectful now, not commanding. Blake looked to Akito. I'll help you. Akito stepped forward, sincerity softening his voice. Blake, I need your help with them. Will you be my shinobi? Blake's smile was small but genuine. There is no one I would be prouder to help and protect. Relief washed over Akito's face. Angela exhaled, tension melting from her shoulders. Even the chief shinobi bowed his head, acknowledging the moment. For the first time since the night of the attack, Blake felt steady, not healed, not yet, but no longer alone. He had his emperor, his wife, and a purpose that gave meaning to the pain he had endured. Hoshi no Michi was no longer a secret vigilante in the shadows. He was now the emperor's protector, and together they would face the darkness ahead.
Going out of my mind and into your dreams. I'll see you in your dreams, my love. I'll see you in my dreams too, my we can live forever in our dreams.